So welcome back, and today we're going to talk about a few news and Bitcoin. If you remember 5 months ago, I was talking about silver, rice and Bitcoin. These three assets were key to understand that when the market was going up and the risk on was going up, these three assets were a good hedge against war, against inflation, and everything was okay. Then between January and February, we sent the signal that the gold price was going to make a top right there. Then this was the video here on the gold price prediction, and immediately I explained why I knew that gold was going to make a top. Sometimes I make predictions that could go for 1 month, 2 months, or the direction, and sometimes I make scalping strategies. So I was saying Bitcoin, silver, rice, because the United States is in problems, but at the same time they are fighting a war and they are increasing interest rates, so they are also attracting money. So there are conflicted inflationary and deflationary pressures here. So silver, rice and Bitcoin. And it's good to know that 5 months later there is a global rice shortage. How did I know that this was going to happen? This is because the price of rice was way behind the curve, and it was following the reaction from other food commodities. So the price of rice was really behind the curve in the inflation game. So I was thinking that it was a good idea to bet with the dogs. The dogs was rice, and the dogs of the metals were silver and maybe other metals. But silver was clearly a dog in the community in the commodities market. So I know you want to learn about this is Bitcoin, silver and rice. So now let's focus on Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin has been going down for a few weeks, and I was making this video update 6 months ago called Timing a CBDC War, the coming of the government and sovereign cryptocurrencies. So I understand that the regulations between the international banks and the standards needed to construct a global infrastructure for a full crypto war demands a lot of time, a lot of upgrades in the banks, in the system, in the countries, and also lots of regulations are needed for a CBDC war. So the idea is that maybe in 2025, according to the information we collected from the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, that is giving a path, a moment that we will see progress for the infrastructure of the CBDC war. So far there is a lot of time. If you check now the price of the money in the future, you will see that it's very interesting thing going on. The price of the rates are going up slowly, but sometimes it will hit a break and it will crash at the beginning of the end of this year around 450 or 475, and it will get down only between 1 point or maybe 200 points, around that target. That means that it looks like the Federal Reserve will stop increasing interest rate because they are pricing a recession. That pricing is confirmed by the Google Trends, and you will see that California, one of the USA states that suffered the most homestay real estate prices going down, is one of the leading places where the Google Trends is showing the possibility of a recession. And you will see that at the same time Elon Musk is pricing a countdown. They believe that the United States will default on its debt. So we have the United States going for a very crazy path of a fiscal deficit, increasing debts, and potentially a war being escalated at the end of the year. And at the same time, they are increasing rates and attracting money from all over the world with higher interest rates. So these are two conflicting forces, but at the same time, they are moving the markets. So far, the Federal Reserve has this strong hand, and you will see that soon. This is all the debt clock, and from a foreign point of view, United States can't be fixing its fiscal. If you check all the unfunded debt interest rates and the levels, United States is beyond being fixed. What's the number most important in all this debt clock is here is the debt to GDP, which is higher than 100%. When the government is in full in debt and its debt is higher than all that the economy produces in 1 year, it can never be paid that debt. Not even with now even higher interest rates, which are around 5%. So this is the chart, and this is the numbers of the suffering of the California largest decreases in the home prices. Let's go now to the what the Federal Reserve is saying to the market. Sorry, the market is saying that they may need to increase and go higher, about 5%. That is not being surprised by the market now, and this is one of the reasons why the market believed in February and March that the end of higher interest rates was going to stop, and now they are back again, flipping the expectation for more interest rates, and that punish all the risk on games. That punish gold, silver, Bitcoin, all the risk game. So I was sending sometimes different signals, and you will see now that the price of Bitcoin is in the very interesting area because it's going to enter the 26k area, the weekly chart. Every time we cross the 26k layer, we have a large drop. So I expect more volatility, higher volatility for the next week. The 26k area is very important, but if you check these movements so far, we are seeing a positive channel, increasing channel here. But all the overall market outlook looks like favorable for the US dollar. So gold is going down, Bitcoin is going down, and the interest rates are going up. At the same time, a recession is coming. So I believe that the price of Bitcoin, is very important to follow. Let me go here a bit more higher. It really looks that this level will punish Bitcoin most likely around the 26 level. So it's very important to know what is going to happen with Bitcoin around 26. Let me check here. I don't believe that the price of Bitcoin will survive the 27k, and that's it. This is the main idea of this movement here. We are looking in a healthy correction so far. If we go all the way to the level of this channel and we touch this moving average here, I believe we're going to go down, but I haven't back tested this. What is giving me the idea that Bitcoin is going down? The price of gold. I have been sending tweets that Bitcoin normally when it goes down follows gold, and they all are stopping at sometimes at the same time. So I see a bearish target for gold, and gold is being pressured below 2k, and that is bearish for gold, and that means that all the movement for gold below 1980, the level 1980 most likely will correlate with a Bitcoin below 27k, going down to 26. So this is the Ethereum chart. Check now. Oh, these are my oldest levels. Okay, correct. So this MA, it is a MA9, the moving average 9. These are my oldest levels here, so these are my target here. I expect that gold will get pushed back to the level of 1970, and this is most likely, this is the most likely target here, 25,071 for Bitcoin. This is like a magnet for Bitcoin, and the level for a magnet for gold is 1950. This is the most likely scenario now. So I giving you the charts, and the charts are warning me that we will see next week most likely this level touch. This is my main target now. So I hope you enjoyed this idea. Always remember, the big picture is that we may have a war at the end of the year, and the Federal Reserve will increase interest rates. This will make the USD stronger, and at the same time it will make it weaker in the long term, because this is expensive, more expensive, interest expenses, of course. This is like a very contradictory opinion, and very conflicted one, but this is what is happening now. So far, the Federal Reserve most likely will win the short-term battle, and these prices will go down to 25k. Thank you very much, and bye bye.